Hello and welcome to the late morning taste challenge. We have two mezcals. One is a reposado, rested, means aged a little bit. And the other is a joven, that means young, not aged at all, just distilled and bottled. Like you get in the United States with neutral spirits. They're distilled and then they're put right in the bottle or blended with bourbon to make blended whiskey. All right, anyway, this is the 100% Espadin what you call that? Can't think of the name. Espadin agave plant. Can't think of the name. No filler. It says chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect. Successfully connected. Well, internet's been trouble today. All right, so there's the Lajita. $19.99 total, one or more. Now here is the competitor today, Sombra. 100% Maguey Espadin Oaxaca. There's another Espadin, but it's not aged. It's not rested. It's Sombra Mezcal Artesanal. I'll get it right. Artesanal. Denominación de Origen Protegida. A protected origin or place of origin by the law. This is a smoky glass bottle. They've changed the bottle. The other one used to be much different. Walmart had the old bottles, but by the time I got it, I got this one, and the price was stunningly reduced to $15. Now, look, I checked everywhere, Total Wine and More, all kind of liquor store online sites. Everybody has it for $32 across the board. 32, 33, 34, 31, that range. But for some strange reason, Walmart had it for $15 even plus tax. 15 plus tax. True story. So I was like, yeah, I got to buy this. I don't know if it's any good, but if it's $32 everywhere and Walmart got it for 15, there's some, I don't know, like if they have some kind of like technical problems where there are prices products incorrectly, or they get a great deal. But this is like the 10th time we've got these kind of deals. So my friend David was like, I told you, don't ask me, just buy it. So I bought it $15. He dove into it and he was like, yeah, this stuff's really good. So really, but let's go with the real price, not this aberrant Walmart price that, and I noticed on the shelf, they still got the tag $15, but there's no bottles left. I mean, people just went through it like, it's not going to stay up there for that price. So if you hesitate and say, nah, I might go back and get some more, you might go back, but you're not going to get some more. You're not going to get any, not get more, get some, you're not going to get it at all. It's got a wooden cap, not particle board, real chunk of wood, with the beautiful rubberized cork. Looks like a Jim Beam cork. Wait a minute. Is this a Beam Suntory brand? Well, a lot of these companies, they like pretend like they're independent, but then when you start researching it, you say, oh, okay, not really. Oh, well. They get bought out, This has been in business since 2008. Actually, it says, I remember it did get bought out because the old bottles didn't say this. The new bottles say Davos Brands New York. Davos is from Davos, Switzerland, and it's one of these conglomerate liquor companies that own like all kind of brands across the board. All right, so there's the answer. I forgot Davos. I think they also have meetings over there where they plot to rule the world. These government and NGOs. You know what I'm saying? These conspirators. You say, you mean those guys that's been doing all this since July 14th, 1789? Yeah, them. That's the ones. You got it. Okay. Jesus said they were of their father, the devil. Anyway, What the hell did I do? So were you talking about that? What I did, I poured the same dummy. Well, how do I cure this problem? I poured the same. If I wasn't absent-minded, I wouldn't have a mind. I know what to do. I'm resourceful. So we'll just pour a little bit of the Lajita. I know it's so smoky. Made a cuvee. You see, in the aroma, it's not that smoky. Like you smell it and you're like, it's not that smoky. But it's gold because they rested in the oak barrels for 5 months. Gives it a little gold tinge. They're both full of gunk, especially the Lajita. But when you taste it, man, that is smoky. If it was a Scotch, it would be without a shadow of a doubt an Iowa Scotch. It's just smoky, smoky, smoky. Now, how do you feel about smoky products? I don't know. If you like a lot of, it's like you took bell peppers, but in this case, agave plants. Well, people don't eat those, but they're succulent like a bell pepper type of situation. And you put it over a smoke in a smoker, and then you taste it. Say, oh, it's so smoky. That's what it's like. Now the Sombra. Sorry for the mistake. Yeah, $7.50. Really, it's about $10 more per bottle. In reality, it's $10 more per bottle. I got it for $15 less than it's supposed to be. But when I go to Walmart and I see these tags, I'm like, $15? I told the lady, I said, could you check the price on this? Because I know in my mind, it's not $15. It's like $30, $32. She rings it up. Yeah, 15. I said, okay, I'll buy it. Yeah, there's no kind of smoke. Now you see on this one here, you get the vegetative aspects that you get from the agave, the espadin. It's vegetable. Like it's like, well, I don't know how else to describe it. Like a bell pepper or I don't know. Do you eat cactus? I went to Matamoros, Mexico one time to this place, and this was in 1998. I don't think it's still open. It was right there on the main street in Matamoros, Mexico, where the street splits into two other big streets. And we were out there drinking beer and eating. I met another American guy. He said he goes there all the time, but I remember it was 25 years ago. And it was called Mi Pueblito. And I went back the next day and ate breakfast. It was tremendous, but incredible. But at that night, it's when I used to eat big meals at night. That's why I lost over 35 pounds. But they had something called fajitas Guadalajara. I said, what's fajitas Guadalajara? He says, my friend, I'm going to show you, all that. So he's got this volcano rock bowl. It's boiling. Got meat in it, I said, what kind of fajita is this? But it was like chunks of cactus in it, cactus pulp. He said, we have many cactus here, and we cook them. Well, it tasted really good, and that's what this smells like. Funny, isn't it? Let me type something and see if it works, because y'all might be trying to type messages. Hello, viewers. It posted. Yeah, the internet has been funky lately. Okay, so it just smells like alcohol in that succulent plant. Let's go to the taste. It's more like a cracker, like a Triscuit. You say a Triscuit, it's going crazy. A Triscuit and some black pepper and alcohol, 90 proof. So you might like it because it's cleaner. It's just like clean, no con gusano in it. No con gusano with it. That's redundant, but you know what I'm saying. So like it's like less gimmicky. It's clean. It's clean. Clean, 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 clean. But yeah, it's just like alcohol, black pepper, and like I said, the Triscuit. It's fine. I like it. Is it worth the $32? I would say so. Yes. It was well worth $15. I got it for Walmart. From Walmart. Thank you, Walmart. I went by Walmart today. Actually, I went to Walmart, not buy it. I went to it, and I went look at the liquor section. I said, "Look at it, still Rampage, half full because of the scamdemic." I said, I said, good thing I'm backstocked on liquor for the next 4 years. Like literally, I could compensate. So when the tyranny ends, you say, I know what you're thinking. Those tyrannists don't ever give up power willingly. They got it. They grabbed it. They're not going to give it up. Well, Thomas Jefferson said the tree of liberty has to be watered. So, all right, now you can make a cuvee like I did on accident, but really what you're getting is the clean with the smoky, but it waters down the smoky. So I want the smoky. I want the really intense smokiness from the Lajita, which I understand. I said this already. It could turn some people off. Some drinkers will say, oh, that'll be the last thing I want to drink. A liquor that tastes like something from a smoker, a smokehouse. I bought some hogshead cheese from a smokehouse just today from Bailey's on Dewey. I like it okay. I prefer Jacobs and even more so Wayne Jacobs, and I like Don's Country Market in Reserve, Louisiana has good hogshead cheese, but they're all good. It's a question of relative quality. I mean, they're all good. You can't get a bad one. Somebody kept telling me, go to Cox Meat Market. I went there one time and they said, our producer doesn't have it ready. This is like 3 years ago. I said, your producer? Yeah, we have it made for us. And I'm thinking, well, who's making it? Manda? That's like a major producer in Louisiana of hogshead cheese. So I could go to a grocery store and buy that. Or is it Veron? So I didn't go back, I know at Don's in Reserve, they make their own hogshead cheese in the back in those smokehouses. Bailey's, Jacobs, and Wayne Jacobs all made, by hand. Like my grandfather used to make it. He would make it himself. And it was a laborious process. And he would chill it and everything, get it gelatinized, and he would not sell it. He would just give it to people. His famous hogshead cheese, and it was fiery hot. Everything he ate it was like his taste buds were not working. So everything he ate had to have hot sauce on it. So it was fiery hot. If you barbecued, it was like black pepper hot. It'd knock you off the bench. But he made his own cherry bounce, cherry wine with the black cherries, scoops of sugar, vodka poured in the pressure, this metal stainless steel container where you screwed down the top so it wouldn't blow off with the pressure. And after 6 months, he'd open it and strain it and have the cherry bounce. And I'm going to tell you right now, you had to watch that because it would bounce you. You can get cherry bounce at the grocery store, or what y'all call in other states a liquor store. We don't really have liquor stores here because grocery stores and Walmart sell liquor. Could mean gas station or also liquor. But if you go to like Mathern's or Winn-Dixie, they sell cherry bounce from Finland and Poland, depending on which batch they sell in. But it's called I just saw some 2 days ago. What's it called? It's about 15% alcohol. So if you drink too much, you'll get sick because it's too rich and sugary, and B, you'd just be out. You'd be talking crazy and making all kind of pronouncements of what you're going to do in the future, and people would say, "Oh, he's out of his head. He's mad. He's gone crazy." Kiafa, Kijij, Jafa, Kiafa. Tastes very similar to my grandfather's Cherry Bounce. But it's, mass production product. Checking in, Ron. Hello, Jeep and Foodie. So who's the winner? And now we're closing out Mezcal because I'm out of it. I got to get another brand. Well, actually, I have another brand, but it's going to be 8 months before I open it. It's called Union Mezcal. It's from a union of 7 different, according to the website, 7 different small Mezcal farmers in Mexico. None of which have enough money to make their own brand. But according to what they're saying, they teamed up and made a Mezcal brand. I'm going to do some more research, but it sounds plausible. It was $27.99. I bought it at Star on Louisiana Highway 49 southbound in Kenner, Louisiana. I saw it somewhere else for $1 cheaper. Well, I didn't know. You don't know. You see it, you buy it. And then I noticed that Martin's Wine and Spirits, they've got a whole number of mezcals that's running in the $22 to $24 range. 22, 23, 24, 25. I said, well, heck, why pay $30, $35 for stuff I don't know anything about when I can go to Martin's and get 4 or 5 different brands for less than 25, and they're probably good. They're always good. You'd be hard pressed to get bad liquor in America. But yes, that's coming now. That's coming up. So now, if you want to see anything as we close this out, we go into rye whiskey next. Saturday morning, rye. Yes, rye. That won't take too long. I don't have that many rye. Then we go into bourbon. I got the bourbon ready to roll. Then blended. Got the blended ready to roll. Beer Hound's going to love it because I got Julius Kessler blended. And then I got Canadian blended 40 Creek, the standard 40 Creek, which is kind of a legendary brand now, 25 years in, 30 years in. Then I got, what's that? Brandy, got Reynal, or as they call it around the world, a 3-star, 3-barrel. It's called 3 Barrels, the #1 selling brandy in England. But I think they got to call it Reynal in America because there's some other companies got a product called 3 Barrels. It's a trademark dispute. So the company that makes this called Reynal. It's a family-owned brandy distillery in France. And they say, oh, well, just call it Reynal. That's who we are anyway. And I see it around all over, and it's probably very good. Then after brandy, we've got rum. Oh, wait. What happened to my mind? What happened to my mind? After Canadian whiskey, we got single malt Scotch. Thank you. Single malt Scotch. I've got the Glengassaugh. Scotch, single malt Scotch, aged in Tennessee whiskey barrels. And when I saw that at Savannah Discount for an extraordinarily low price, I might add, at least $15 cheaper than anywhere else, which made me want to buy it, which I did do. I bought it. The Glengassaugh is aged in Tennessee. I said, Tennessee whiskey barrels. I said, that's a little unusual, I said, boy, I bet you when I get home and I have time and I check, it's going to be a Brown-Forman brand. Some kind of way Brown-Forman went and bought it. I got on the internet, looked up Brown-Forman. I said, doggone it, I ought to be on Jeopardy. There it is, Glengassaugh, all the brands. I said, look at this. So, what a deal. What a deal. $24 single malt Scotch, $24. Look on the internet, it's $50 everywhere else. True story, $50. So then I got blended Scotch. You say, what is it? Dimple Pinch? Actually, it is. Dimple Pinch. The Dimple Pinch, age 15 years. Blended Scotch, age 15 years. That means it's a blend of Scotch, the youngest of which is 15 years old. That's no joke. So I bought it in 2021. So if it was bottled in 2021, that means it was put in the barrel in 2006. Hey, it's been on the market for like 100 years. Yeah, it's probably horrible. That's why people around the world buy it. Yeah, sure. Okay. Um, and I got to do Irish whiskey before I get the Scotch. I forgot about the Irish. Well, I got Jameson. You know, the world famous Jameson, #1 Scotch whiskey, #1 Irish whiskey in the world. Is it really great? I tried it one time in Alabama. I thought it was all right. I thought, yeah, this is a pretty competent product. It's a pretty pinpoint product. It's funny because you could taste things and it's so obvious that they know what they're doing, you know. And we had a priest at our church. Oh, when they transferred him to New Orleans on the west bank of the Mississippi River in Algiers, Father Pat. Oh, I was shook up. I couldn't get over that. He was the best, you know. But every time he come to the Knights of Columbus meeting, he'd say, hello, hello, guys. Second thing, he's reaching for that Jameson. And that's all he drank. So he's from Ireland. So think about that. So Irish, single malt Scotch, blended Scotch. Then we got the brandy, the Reynal, yes. And then back to rum. Rum, yeah. I've got Don Q Silver. That's an old company, Don Quixote. Well, it's not Don Quixote's a brand, but it's Don Q, but it's from Ceralis, a family called Ceralis. Been around since like the 1800s, mid 1800s, in Spanish Cuba, I think. No, Spanish Puerto Rico, when it was part of the Kingdom of Spain. That's a serious brand. Puerto Rico, yeah, because it's part of the runs of Puerto Rico. It's a serious brand, and I got the best deal in the history of the world on it. And then after rum, we go into tequila, and then it's going to get even more serious because I got salsa. Salsa. I got silver and gold, and that's going to be an awesome, awesome series. And then back to mezcal, the Union. So where I started describing this. Okay, rye always costs a little more. It does. Is it better than bourbon? I would say it is. A lot of people would come at me after that, want to fight me. I like bourbon a little bit because, yeah, you know, yellow corn grits. You like drinking liquid corn? It's good, you could say. Rye, to me, is a little more erudite, a little more elevated, a little more introspective. Maybe more difficult to produce. Tastes better to me. To me, it's an opinion. It's not a fact. Yes, I like rye. One of the biggest rye whiskey brands in the world is made right there in New Orleans, Sazerac Rye. Oh, it's a winner, boy, I'll tell you. Ever tried Jim Beam rye? No, but good question. It's on my to buy list. In fact, glad you brought that up. The next rye whiskey I plan to buy is the Jim Beam rye. Is it going to be good? Come on. Does Jim Beam make bad whiskey? No. You say, well, I watched a video review and that guy hated it. And he's got a nose ring and he wears flannel shirts and he's got it going on. Okay, all right, good, great. That's great. Havana's great. But nah, come on, man. Jim Beam, they've been making whiskey for 200 and something years. Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. What do they know about? Like somebody told me on the internet one time, what do the English people know about making IPAs? I said, right. What would they know about that? Or Russian Imperial Stouts. Scary comments people make. Anyway, if anybody wants to see these beers I've got, oh man, I've been running across some jewels. I hope they're jewels. They seem to be jewels. They might be fool's gold. They might be fugazis, you know, but they seem to be legit good products. But if you want to see what I've got coming up, let me know now. Forever hold your sausage, because we got to get off. I got so many beer reviews to watch. I just finished watching BC's beer reviews, old BC's beer reviews. He did Werner's Gruner, Pilsner, and I said, I bet you he's going to love it. He said, oh, this beer's so good, I love it. I said, everybody tries it with an open mind, loves it. So I'll count down from 3 to 0. So if you want to see some stuff I have coming up, going once. If you want to see some stuff I have coming up, going, I'm talking about beer, you know, twice. If you want to see what I have coming up, gone. Well, never mind. But it's coming. And stouts, IPAs. It's unreal. Even with the scamdemic going on, I've been finding some stuff here, there, and everywhere. It's incredible. I was saying, oh, just when you thought it was over and there was no hope, look what I found. All right, thanks everybody. So, hello, Panthers Rule. Yo to you. So yeah, I have a lot of exciting beers coming up. And wine, well, I wouldn't say exciting necessarily, but, you know, nice, decent. I would say so, yes. And it's like an endless supply of inexpensive, really good wines that I can get. Never ends. It never ends. Why? Oh, why are you paying $40 a bottle for wine that tastes no better than a $3.99 bottle of wine? I do not understand this, but that's the way that's the situation we're in. All right, so thank you. Now it's on to watch. Oh yeah, that was a good stream. BC kind of, he was out, right? He was. I said, boy, I wish I could sleep like that. I was jealous. I wasn't angry. People say you were angry that he fell asleep in your video review. I wasn't angry. I was jealous. I was envious. I said, boy, if I could sleep like that, I'd be. But but you know, to be fair, he gets embarrassed. You know, he's like, I'm sorry, I fell asleep. You know, I feel so bad. I said, BC, don't feel bad. I mean, hell, he worked all day, got to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, clocked in, worked for 8-9 hours, putting up with all kind of, you know what. He comes home, he drank the Werner's Gruner, did the review. Now he's up there. Okay, so if you get to work at 6 a.m., that means you woke up at probably 3 a.m. because you wanted to have a little while to drink coffee and just try to get ready for work. You go through all of this stuff at work, and then you join a beer review. So I'm not really surprised at all that he fell asleep. I would expect it, and I didn't take exception to it. Exactly. We appreciate the hell out of BC. Yeah. And if anybody would try to say something negative with BC, you know, something ugly or negative, then you would become my enemy. And that would be a very bad thing, you know. So, you know, watch what you say. You don't need that in your life, you know. So anyway, so yeah, Lajita, man, this product is incredible because it's $19.99. So you would think it's a penny less than a $20 bill. That stuff's probably the garbage of the world. Wrong. It's awesome, actually. So thanks for watching this video production. I've got a lot of exciting beer reviews coming up. I wouldn't say exciting wine reviews necessarily, but interesting at least. And then liquor, it's incredible. The excitement with liquor is beyond the pale of any acceptable form of human decency or expectation. When I show you that Jim Beam bottle I bought, you'll faint. I swear you'll faint. You won't believe it. You will not believe it. I didn't believe it, and I bought it. Thank you.